Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to Storytime, The Invisibles Volume 1, Part 2. I urge you to watch Part 1 before this video, as I'll only give a very brief summary here. The Invisibles are a secret society of rebels who hide as ordinary people all over the world and throughout time, but battle the shadowy forces that would control the world and repress individuality, with magic, psychic powers, guns, bombs, and martial arts. King Mob's cell has 5 members. Ragged Robin, Lord Fanny, Boy, and Jack Frost complete the team. Jack is replacing John of Dreams, who recently disappeared and may have even joined the enemy. Jack is prophesied to be the next Buddha-level spiritual and psychic power, but after being recruited and trained and completing his first mission, he's run away and abandoned the team, haunted by the soldier he had to kill during his escape, and still processing recovered memories from his time with Mad Tom. The Invisibles have to find him before the enemy does. The second part begins with the backstory of Lord Fanny, a very early example of trans representation done well, something Vertigo is rightly proud of in other books of the same time, like Sandman as well. Lord Fanny allowed the god of death, Mictlantecuhtli, to possess her and banish Orlando in the first part, and this favor will have to be paid for soon. After Jack, Lord Fanny is probably the most powerful team member, and you're about to find out why. Let's begin.
Listen, child. There have been 4 suns. The first, the son of Earth, is a world of giants ruled over by Black Tezcatlipoca. With his staff, Quetzalcoatl strikes Tezcatlipoca into the sea. Then up rises Tezcatlipoca from the ocean in the shape of a great jaguar, and all the giants are eaten up by an army of fierce jaguars. The second sun is the son of Wind. This world is presided over by Quetzalcoatl and is destroyed by Tezcatlipoca, who brings great wind which sweep away Quetzalcoatl and his people. The son of Rain is the third sun, ruled over by Tlaloc, destroyed by a fiery rain sent down by Quetzalcoatl. And the fourth sun, the son of Chaltictanacu of the Serpent Skirt, is drowned under floods, leaving only stillness and darkness. We live in the fifth sun, known as Nahu Alin, the son of Motion. In this sun, things will become faster and faster, and this world will end in its turn, devoured by celestial monsters, very soon.
Do you feel as though time's speeding up, darling? I mean, actually getting faster. Funny, everybody I speak to these days says the same thing. Maybe it's like a whirlpool. The closer we get to the apocalypse or the eschaton or whatever you want to call it, the more things happen in a shorter time. Christ, I don't know. Armageddon can come any time at once. I don't care. All I ask is that it wait until I've tried on that dress I told you about. God. You're a bit down in the mouth, aren't you? Listen, I'm off to Paris to try and talk Edith into helping us track down Jack. It's a dirty job, I know, but someone's got to do it. You have a good time tonight. Let your hair down, love. Shake off those melancholy blues. Really don't seem to be yourself. Myself? When have I ever been myself, darling?
That's disgusting. Look at that. It's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Let's get out of here, man. Let's give me the creeps. This is for pooped, isn't that? Come on. Just a laugh. Look at these dirty bastards. Look at that fella there. If I look at him, I'll throw up, I will. Make me feel sick. This is for poofs, this place. Let's find a real dirty bookshop. All right.
Can I do anything for you there, love? Is there something in particular you're after? I was just looking for a pair of tits, darling. Well, you've come to the right place, dear. How about those 2 over there?
You what? I heard that. That meant to be funny, is it? See how funny it is outside, eh? Come on. Let's...
Well, you've got lovely hands, Barry. Very sensitive. The first time was when you were 11 and you put on your sister's tights, wasn't it, Barry? No one would understand if you told them, would they? You wanted to order those court shoes and that black dress from the catalog, but you lost your nerve. Poor Barry. Poor little...
Buck! Get your hands off me, fucking poof!
How'd he know your name? Makeup. God, I love makeup. God of makeup painting on my spirit mask. My ghost face. That boy today. So sexy. Why are my thoughts so loud? I'm never depressed. I can almost see them, darling. Thoughts. Must be that stuff I took. Why am I depressed? Something scary in the back there, in my head. Don't want to look at that. No. Boy, so sexy. What is that? What's that horrible feeling in there? What is that? Coming closer. Let her deal with it. Wig. She can handle it. I can deal with anything. It's my armor. Beautiful armor. She-mail. Chain-mail. Like the Crusaders, darling. Cross-dressed like Jesus. Dressed for the cross. Jesus and drag. God, I feel like Jesus and drag. Cross-dressed, dragged up, drugged up witch bitch. Fanny. Lord Fanny. Oh, God, it's me. It's me. I feel amazing. Lord, I'm gorgeous. Fanny, Lord, Lord, Fanny, Lord.
She-Man, Part 1. Venus as a Boy. Brody is an assassin who works for Sir Miles in British intelligence. He relates a dream he had where he picked up a tiger cub but quickly set it down again as the parents approached, feeling very out of his depth. Sir Miles ignores any possible meaning. Brody also remembers his black cat from his childhood, named Darky by his father. Sir Miles orders Brody to find King Mob or one of his people by investigating someone asking questions about Dane in the gay community. While at a nightclub, Lord Fanny rushes to the bathroom, feeling sick. Instead of alcohol, magic mirror pours from every hole in her face and into the sink.
That's the most preposterous nonsense I've ever heard, Gideon. If you must come in here with both barrels blazing, then at least keep it plausible. Never mind your exploits in Harmony House. Tell me why you're here before I nod off.
I'll do my best, Edith. Like I told you, Jack Frost ran out on us. He's out there, on his own, in danger. I thought there was maybe a chance of you having some information via link with Tom.
You were hoping I could help smoke him out, eh? I lost my psychic link with Tom the moment he stepped off that awful building in London, nor was I privy to what he taught the boy.
We're really stuck for inspiration here. Mr. Six is on the case in Liverpool, and we're trying to cover London, but it's just not happening. Jack's out there, and we don't know where. We're going round in circles.
Skunk from Amsterdam. It's the only thing that eases the bloody arthritis. You're not doing too well, are you, Gideon? First you lose John of Dreams, now this new one's gone walkies. Perhaps you've become complacent. Perhaps you've lost that edge you used to have. And perhaps if you don't get it back, you're going to find yourself somewhere you'd rather not be. In the toilet, dear. When my mother was 12 years old, a lizard came and sat on her windowsill, asking her if she could guess its secret name. That was when she knew she was to become a sorcerer, a Noali. That's not strictly true. My mother had always known she would be a sorcerer. Everyone knew it, in fact. As far back as anyone could remember, and even further than that, the women in my family had been sorcerers, the power passing from mother to daughter through countless generations. And then I came along. It's a boy. Mother of God, not a boy! But he's beautiful, Mama. Look, he is beautiful. Beautiful balls, you mean? Dona Isola de Rios, my grandmother, was the most feared bruja in the slums of Rio. She could curdle milk just by winking at it, or abort a baby by stepping hard on its mother's shadow.
It is no good, Linda. You're going to have to try again.
My mother did try again, but she miscarried, and my little brother ended up as a mess on the floor of the elevator in the hotel where my mama worked as a cleaner. With no daughter in the family to inherit the knowledge and power of the Noali, what else could the women do?
Hildy would have to become a girl. It's the only way to pass on our teaching. Hey, now you don't forget it, you old witch. You can't go turning my boy into a sissy. You shut your dumb mouth, you Jennifer Morales, or I'll have something creep in through your window tonight and stitch it shut. How would you like that, huh? Man, if we could get a stupid dick to work and give you a daughter like a real man, we wouldn't have to do this. I only hope it will work. I made this for Hildy. If he accepts it, then the spirits are with us.
Hildy, look, baby. Look what Grandma has done for you. I looked, and it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I was 7 years old and my mother was stabbed to death during carnival by a drunk wearing a papier-mâché dog's head. After that, I was taken in and looked after by my grandma and my Aunt Marta. She wasn't my real aunt, of course, but she slept with my father once when they were both young and stupid. Grandma told me stories of the gods and spirits who ruled the land before Cortez brought Jesus and Mary, and who rule still in the shadows.
Michelantuli, the dead landlord, sits on his throne in the gloomy abode of the fleshless.
Is that it? Have I invented Michelantuli somehow? Is that the bad thing? Is that what's scaring me? I called him. I will call him. And I must pay him somehow. That's why I'm so afraid. I know he's coming for me. I called on him to get rid of the demon in the windmill. Up he came from Mictlan, stinking of soil and despair, the Bone King in his paper shroud and pointed hat. Grandma? Grandma and Aunt Marta taught me to find and use Macana Brava and Rapidos Indios and all the other magical plants that Brujas use to heal and to harm. As I grew older and learned the arts as a sorcerer, I soon forgot I had ever been anything other than a girl. And it wasn't long before I began to get interested in boys. It's time. Where are we going, Grandma? Why have we come so far? When will we get there? Shh, you're like a little hornet buzzing in glass. We're going back to our homeland. We're going to Mexico, to a place of Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan, the city of the gods, is situated 7,500 feet above sea level on the Mexican plateau. It was once thought to have been built by the Aztecs, but the city was abandoned 700 years before they discovered and named it. Radiocarbon tests have shown the Great Pyramid of the Gods dates back to 1400 BC. Did Teotihuacan survive a global flood caused by a catastrophic shifting of the Earth's magnetic poles? And was this the flood of Noah as recounted in Genesis? The city was built in the fourth sun. Can you imagine it? It was here when day became night and no sun rose in the sky. The city of Quetzalcoatl, the morning star, the feathered serpent, ancient city of sorcerers. But why are we here, Grandma? We're here because it's time for you to meet the spirits and become a woman instead of a little girl. Tonight. Here, drink this tea. What tea? I drank the tea 40 minutes ago. Did I drink the tea? What are those lights? What is that? Mama, is that... Don't hurt me! Grandma, no! Oh, no! Quiet, be still. Yeah! You have to bleed like a woman if you want to be a woman. The blood will call the spirits, and if you are lucky, they will allow you to take your place in the ranks of the hunting mothers. Don't want to be here. If you're not lucky, they will kill you. Keep your eyes open. The first bird or other animal you meet will be your nawal and companion at all times. Kill me! Kill me! Don't leave me! Grandma? I can't follow you, Edith. The smoke's making me absurdly high. Oh, Gideon, don't be such a milquetoast. I was just saying that perhaps there's a reason for all this. Perhaps this boy, Jack Frost, whatever it is you call him, is serving a higher purpose. Invisible cells are organized on elemental principles, am I correct? I haven't forgotten the rules, have I? Then you must tell me which members of your team currently represent which of the elements. Well, for the past year or so, I've taken the air role. Fanny's been water, Boy's earth, and Robin's fire. Brought Jack into the team as spirit. Free bloody spirit. Spirit usually works to raise the morale of the team, that sort of thing. Spirit? Oh, well, it's dazzlingly obvious then. The spirit role is always unpredictable. You know that. It exists to galvanize and revitalize the elements around it. Here's a boy whose hatred of authority is such that he even rebels against us, against the invisibles. I think he's here to test you to your limits, Gideon. That's what I think. He's here to shake you to the core. To get him back, you're going to have to enter the labyrinth and face the beast. You must brave the jaws of the dragon, dear. Each of you in turn, I shouldn't wonder. Spirit woman am I, says. Illuminated woman am I, says. Led by a yellow dog across rivers and deserts. On a dry road walking, says. In the day of 9 dogs, says. Going down to the place of weeping. This thing is big. We still don't know if the spirits will accept her as a woman. Even spirits can be fooled. The important thing is to see which of them will mark her as his own. Woman of the first star am I. Woman of the star of day. Mysterious woman, says. Can you hear it? It's coming, the Nawal. The totem protector. I heard it. I heard great wings in the sky. Gigantic wings beating and... Oh, and it was you, little butterfly, and the story I've told you is mine. Thank you for telling me about your life. Now tell me the rest. But I'm only 11. There is no more. You're not 11. You're 23 years old, throwing up in a toilet in a country far from here. What? And your initiation is about to begin.
Brody walks in on Lord Fanny in the bathroom, having interrogated one of her friends to find her. His reflection in the mirror is that of death.
Good Lord. Come from in here. Impossible. Completely and utterly. Hello? Division X. I'm 11 years old, talking to a butterfly in Mexico. Holes in time? Time is not a river. Time is more like a bubble, but is to a bubble what a bubble is to a circle drawn on the ground. And time is folding towards its own center, where it will collapse and cease to exist. See the butterfly, Martha. She has been chosen by Talaletl herself. Midnight approaches, with the black man following close behind. The initiation will be hard for her. Wait, I can't follow. All times are the same time. The initiation of a sorcerer reveals this. That is why they say a true initiation never ends. How can it end when it takes place outside of time? The moment of your initiation is a ripple in the bubble of time. You'll see well enough. You have already seen. The mystery will open up to you, and you must reach out of time, grasp its heart, and make your bargain with it. I don't understand. I can't. What's that noise? What is it I hear? It sounds like an axe striking a tree. Tezcatlipoca, the smoking mirror, is the adversary of Quetzalcoatl, the morning star. Tezcatlipoca, who wears the star of night on his forehead, is the black man, the father of witches. He haunts the night in many terrible forms. One of these forms is known as the Axe of Night. As midnight approaches, a strange sound can sometimes be heard, like the sound of an axe chopping at the root of a tree. Anyone who ventures into the forest at this time will see the sound is not being made by an axe at all. I knew all the stories. I had known Tezcatlipoca all my life. I truly believed in Tezcatlipoca. I just didn't ever think he was real.
She-Man Part 2, Day of 9 Dogs. Hildy is seeing the present, her own future, during her initiation. Brody is confused by the magic mirror. He perceives moments from his own past in it, but Fanny quickly sucks it back inside herself where it belongs, and he seems to forget it completely. Magic mirror is the outer surface of the universe, pulled inside itself, and the silvery sheen is it reflecting all of space-time on its surface. The ability to summon it comes from the magic stone implanted during one's initiation by the beings from outside. To Dane, they appear as aliens. To Fanny, they appear as her gods. What they really are is a question for much later on. Brody comes on to Fanny, pretending only to be interested in sex. Paris under a transparent sky, city in a blue glass bell. The breeze through the French windows stirs the chandeliers, and their sound is the sound of ice melting under a northern sun. An indoor fountain plays endless variations on a theme of white noise. There is ormolu and lapis lazuli. An original Picasso gathers dust above a regiment of green bottles. A Duchamp ready-made. A first edition Gatsby signed by the author. A nude photograph Man Ray once took of her. Her memories have condensed and crystallized into bric-a-brac around her. Sometimes it seems to her that they have set her in them, like a fly in amber. Lady Edith Manning and King Mob. "So what will you do now?" she says. "Head back to London, see if Fanny's all right," he says. She says, "I mean about the boy, Gideon. Jack Frost. How are you going to find him?" "I'll still think you can help me, Edith," he says. "I know it's a bit of a cheek asking, but, well, we did do it before." "I was 24 then," she says. "So it'll work even better now," he says. "Have you absolutely no shame?" she says. He says, "None whatsoever." She says, "This is insane. This is truly insane. Not to say aesthetically questionable." "Speed, madness, flying saucers," he says. And, "Yes," she says. "Isn't it always?" The clock strikes 1. "Just put your hand in, little one. That's it." "In here? Ooh, is that good? Does that feel good?" "Just do as you're told, bitch." "Go on, put your hand in." Tezcatlipoca keeps his heart behind 2 little wooden doors and will grant the wish of anyone brave enough and fast enough to snatch it from his breast. And those who fail the test, he will kill. There are very few stories of anyone ever succeeding. "Not fast enough, little one. Now you must..." "Night child, give back my heart and I will grant your ransom. What do you want from me?" "I want neither gold nor silver, father. There's only one thing you can give me. Safe passage to Mictlan and safe return. I want to meet the skeleton god and learn from him the secrets of magic." "Where are we going?"
bitch, take it all. Dirty slut, filthy tramp. Impure child, dark child, are you afraid of nothing? Are you too young to be afraid? The Deadlands are all about you. They grow more visible with each moment that you live. You are already there. Oh, wow. You going to London? Knew it was my lucky day, man. This is some car. Must have cost like the national debt of Brazil or something, huh? No, really. If you want something, just take it. That's what I always say. London it is. I've been hitching all over Europe. Been talking to a lot of people and piecing shit together, you know what I'm saying? What it's all about is I think there's a war on, man. I know there is. War? What kind of war? Mind war. It's like the U.S. Army had the UFOs, man. They're not physical, you know? They're like negative psychic energy, and they've got totally psychic pilots. They train these freakos in New Mexico. Sure you don't want some of this? I'm fine. Tell me more about the UFOs. It's all about control. They got the tech from the Roswell crash, which was like a psychic crash. Pure information downloading from another dimension. You ever have a dream where you get like real thirsty and you're like drinking a Coke? Maybe you're hungry and you got a McDonald's in your hand? That's product placement, man. The big companies are paying the government to use the UFOs to project advertising directly into our dreams. Product placement. Hurry. Follow me. Hurry now. These people seem so sad and flat. They look like sleepwalkers doing the same things over and over again. Tell me, little dog, are these the houses of the dead? Haha, not at all. Then what is this place? What you are seeing is the world you have left behind. This is how it looks from the unseen land, where we are now. And these painted figures are nothing but ordinary people going about their daily business. Oh, if only she knew. On we run and run and run for 4 years, until we come to the banks of 9 underground rivers. Now, quickly, climb upon my back. We must cross the river here. The water is neither cold nor warm, for it's the ghost of water, nothing more. And rising up, over the ghosts of mountains long ago ground down to sand, comes the vast iron sun of the underworld. Be careful of that light. It deceives and illuminates what is not truly there. How wise and strong you are, little dog. We reach the far shore, where there is a beach of bones and precious stones. What's wrong, little dog? I can go no further. I'm very afraid. I can smell Zolotl, the terrible dog of hell. His scent is everywhere and makes me want to piss myself. You must go on alone now. Be careful, boy, girl. I promise that I'll try, but I'm speaking only to myself now. As long as I keep speaking, I know I'm still alive. I run and I speak, and at last I come to the place. It seems so familiar here. The 9th level, the place of the dead, where the streets are on the left. Mictlan. Oh, shit. We gotta access this other dimension, right? We gotta do it soon, because they're only escape route from what's coming down. That's why they're trying to control the internet, man. It's one of the ways through. Everything's trying to evolve, man. We're trying to evolve out of the physical plane, and the rocks, which are physically denser than we are trying to evolve into horseshoes. That's what computers are, man. Silicon chips are the leading edge of mineral evolution toward human-type consciousness. You really believe all this stuff, don't you? Sure. I guess you like cookies, huh? Yeah, give us one over, will you? Nothing like a biscuit to bring you back down to earth. Thanks for the ride, man. Been good talking to you. Watch out for those UFOs, you hear? You too. Take care. I didn't get your name. No, sir. Guess you didn't. Ha! As far as I can tell, this is Satan in one of his many disguises, and the things that these crazy people talk about will usually end up being true, even if they sound strange at first. Fanny and Brody catch a cab back to her place, making out on the way. Am I dying, Grandma? Am I dying? Am I really dying? Dying? Of course you're dying. This is the land of the dead, after all. Have you met my dear wife? Why have I come here? I don't want to be here. Mama? This is real. Baby, I kissed you once and hugged you too. Now you look at me with horror. This is too real. Death is the mother of life. You who live suck death from her tit and are weaned into the grave. Do you understand? Death is here now. This is the moment of your death. All of your time living was wasted, pretending that this would never happen. It is here. It has arrived. You never truly lived, and now you must die.
I'm scared. I thought I'd be courageous, but I'm not. I'm really, really scared.
This is the extinction of all that you are.
I'm scared. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to go. This thing is big. King Mob finds Fanny's friend whom Brody attacked and learns she's in trouble. He rushes to her apartment. Oh God, I want you so much. I want you inside me. Oh, darling, you have the most incredible body. All these scars. Where do you get these scars? Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever had another bloke kiss me like that. It's a bit like that film, isn't it? The Crying Game. Have you seen it? Want to go down on you, baby. It's this Irish fella, and this bird, and he fancies her, and you think it's just another thriller. Then halfway through, things start getting really steamy, and all of a sudden, out comes the big surprise.
This little is the eater of shit, goddess of filth and lust. She has marked Hilde as her own, and will lead her through foulness and corruption.
I'm 11 years old in Mexico. Grandma and Aunt Marta are watching me from the tree line. I'm 18 years old in Rio. Everything feels like broken glass inside me. I'm a prostitute in hell. I understand the secret of magic. There is only ever one day, and it's the day of 9 dogs, day of magicians, day of initiations. Today will always be the day of 9 dogs.
Do you understand now?
I am here in Mictlan where I belong. And Grandma and Aunt Marta will always be there, watching from the trees.
Oh, little one, I am so sorry.
Watching the dreadful, inevitable moment of my death.
Embarrassing, isn't it, love? The way cliches always turn out to be true. A gun is just a penis substitute. Now be a good little girl and tell me all about King Mob.
Brody calls Sir Miles to report his success and his location. She-Man, Part 3, Apocalipstick. Is that me I see? God, I look like a tramp. Why is it I have memories of things I've not yet done?
That is because my kingdom lies outside the time and space you know. Now, come, you must turn away from the world you have left and join me. Soon you will have no memory and no shape.
Wait, Tezcatlipoca promised me not only safe passage to Mictlan, but also safe return. He promised me the secrets of magic. You don't know who I am. I'm not just an ordinary little girl. Look.
Do you think the Lord of the Deadland has never seen the likes of you before, boy girl? Tezcatlipoca can make no promises on my behalf. You will remain with me here and take your place in the soil with the rest of the dead. The only secret you will learn is that all who live must come in the end to feed my garden.
What if I run past you?
If you run past me, you run straight into the arms of the Tzitsimi, the star demons. That is something you would not wish to do. There is one here who knows you well. Would you like to see him? His name in your world is Orlando. I'll not stay here for long. I and all my brothers and sisters are returning to make you bleed and scream and cry. On the day of foremotion we will descend on you and devour all living things on earth. Pain on you and pain and pain and pain. You called upon me to save you when he threatened your friends. This I did. Did you think there would be no price to pay for my intervention? You were mistaken.
I don't know him. I'm not dead. You can't keep me here.
One day you will know him, just as one day you will die. Now, what is there you can offer me in place of yourself? You have nothing else.
Well, would you like me to give you a joke?
What?
The demons are laughing. I can hear them laughing and clinking champagne glasses. I'm 18, drunk and high on marijuana. I feel beautiful and strange. I don't know what's making me think of demons. What's happening? What is this place? Shh! I shouldn't have gotten that man's car.
Gentlemen, the entertainment I promised has arrived. A gorgeous little she-male slut plucked right from the streets. I've already sampled her, and believe me, my friends, she's very eager to satisfy all of your desires. On your knees, bitch. Crawl in the presence of your masters.
I'm already on my knees. This must be the future. What? What's that? I can't talk with that thing in my mouth.
Oh, I know. It's just such a good image. I couldn't resist it. Right, just keep your hands where they are and tell me all about King Mob. Tell me about the Invisibles, or I'll do some to you that no amount of makeup's ever gonna fix.
What? What are you talking about? I thought you wanted to sleep with me.
Sorry, love, this is business. Brought an upper-class arsehole on my back. You may be a bloody good kisser, but you're not paying my wages. I know you're asking questions about the McGowan boy. I'm going to count it. Woo! Once Lord Fanny realizes her cover is blown, she attacks, headbutting Brody in the groin. She lunges, but he kicks her away, and kicks her again as she stumbles in her high heels. Just then, King Mob arrives.
Ah!
Whore!
Ah! There are fireworks blasting overhead like flowers. The night sky is a garden. People are singing, car horns, music, pistol shots. It's carnival in Rio. The pain is so bad. Am I dying? Am I dead? The Lalazetl, the eater of dung, goddess of lust and shame, is my patroness. For her I walk the streets at night. In her name I sell my body for a few cruzeros. Hilde? In return for the gifts she gives, I suck men in alleys and cars. I open my ass for men in dark and dirty rooms. But there's a man out here who wants to see you. No. I can't stand this life. Mother, what have you done to me? And in that moment of death, I hear the sound of a butterfly's wings at the window. And Zalaletl says, I have made you strong and wise and incorruptible. I have shown you the worst there is and made you free. The Zalaletl, who mated with a jaguar and brought forth Quetzalcoatl, who seduced the virtuous hermit into sin. You who are mystery and redemption. You who teach witchcraft and forgive all who fall. I will crawl through shit. I will take all the filth of the world and turn it into the purest gold. I will rise from darkness, shining like the morning star. Illuminated woman am I, says. Well, what do you want? I really doubt if I can manage much more than a blowjob tonight, darling.
I'm not here for sex. My name's John.
Have you ever heard of the Invisibles?
King Mob and Brody trade martial arts blows until Brody concludes from the skill of his opponent that he must be King Mob.
Okay, here's my joke. What are purple, wrinkled, and stiff, and make women squeal?
What are purple, wrinkled, and stiff, and make women squeal? Surely. I don't know. Tell me.
Caught deaf babies.
I like you, boy girl. Go from here. In return for your joke, I will tell you something if you give your word to keep it a secret, Mixlantikuli says.
Of course,
she promises. We gods are only masks, Mixlantikuli says. Who wears us? Find it out. Beyond the throne room of the skeleton god lies the strange garden of life and death, where the bones of the dead nourish beautiful growing things, where the breathing tree draws blood from the soil into its roots and branches and flowers. She plucks a rose from the tree, and, placing a thorn in her mouth, gashes her tongue. In this way, she learns the secret common language of shamans, that language whose words do not describe things, but are things. Looking to the roots of the tree, she sees that it is menstruating. She is kneeling down to drink of the flux, when she hears a strange sound, vibrating knives, and the humming ring of great wings. And looking up, she comes face to face with the obsidian butterfly, the terrible goddess, Izpapalotl. Go, or I will kill you.
I'm not afraid of you, says Hildy. Show me what you really are.
And suddenly she sees 7 doors revolving, She sees with eyes she had forgotten how to use. She sees past and future. She sees Grandma teaching her the secrets of the violet superfluid sorcerers produce from their bodies. Condensed soul stuff which comes from outside. She sees her birth and the descent of the star demons. She sees the killer with his gun. And suddenly she is seeing everything all at once. All past, present, and future rippling across a trembling hymen. The lightest breath across its surface is sufficient to alter the fragile structure of time and space. And so, against the wishes of the others, she blows gently. And the membrane shivers. Brody and King Mob continue to fight while Fanny tries to clear her head. Brody lands by his gun and aims it. Fanny tackles King Mob and he is shot through the stomach. The bullet goes clean through and smashes a mirror behind him as Fanny falls to the floor.
Oh, no.
Well. He's your boyfriend, eh? I wonder how he'd feel if he knew you were gagging for me to give you one. Bloody drag queens. You're all the same. Still, it'll be our secret, eh, love?
There's one in my place, McGlinda Dooley.
There's one make of you won't, but... Shit. Can't be.
Yeah! Ah! See? I told you I was a witch. Darling.
Christ! That's like a bastard. Christ! Shit! Docky! Is that you? Oh, Docky, mate. It's good to see you. I thought you were dead. I missed you so much. Who's that with you? Christ, I think I've had it. I think I've just been neutered.
Ouch. Hello, Lewis. You know, you're the last person in the world who remembers me, Lewis. You're the last little piece of my territory. Here's one for the old times.
Ah, Christ, Docky, you dirty little bugger. That's... Jesus, don't make me laugh. That's too much.
And that's where his story ended. That's where it all ended. You should now know that nothing begins, nor does it end. Things are ever present. Then is my initiation over, little butterfly? Or has it just begun? How should I know? I'm only a butterfly after all, and must attend to my own business. See, the sun is opening like a flower. A new day begins. Yes, yes.
You're very quiet, Hilda.
Yes.
You'll make a fine sorcerer, good as any woman.
Thank you, Grandma. Later, during the long journey home, Grandma turned to me and said,
Here, I have something for you, a special gift. May it serve you well in the hard times ahead.
Oh, Grandma. And in that moment, I knew. I was no longer a boy. I was no longer even a girl. I had become a woman.
Careful now, they may be... Good God. What a bloody mess. I don't believe this. It's Commander Brody, sir. I can see that, you idiot. What I want to know is who... Good God. What a marvelous end to a hideous day. Gentlemen, I rather think we've just bagged King Mob. London. Dane has returned to living on the streets and stealing to survive. His new talents make him much better at it than before. He doesn't show up on security cameras, and luck seems to go his way more often than not. He happens to run in front of Brody's car and can be seen early on in our last story in the background. Just to let you know where and when this is happening. Dane sees Robin and Boy looking for him. Though he still has romantic feelings for Boy, he stays hidden as the girls go for smart drinks. He still has the gun he used to kill the soldier, and he can't escape the memory of it. This magic and these old teachings of mine have to be set deep down inside you, Dane. It has to be done by shifting your awareness into a different place. That's where you are now, in a place of power, in two worlds at the same time. And there are more than just two worlds. Barbalith. You'll remember everything when the time is right. What? I thought I was somewhere else for a minute there. I thought I was outside. What is this blue mold stuff, man? Fucking caned. Was this here before? Paint's still wet. Fucking hell, can you see this? It's like it's alive, man. I've got something for you. This is the key, Dane. The key to the locker at the swimming baths. When I hand it over to you, you must keep it with you always, no matter what, and use it when the time comes. Now, be as strong as you can. It always hurts. I'll be back for you.
Starting to feel really weird now. That feels alright, man. It's a nice breeze, that. Where's it coming from? Oh, shite. Wait a minute. Where are we going?
Just as the interpretation of a spherical form into a two-dimensional plane is seen as a circle of varying diameters, so too does the interpretation of into your three-dimensional continuum appear as a lens form capable of altering its shape.
Hang on. What are you doing to me? Why can't I fucking move?
This is a magic stone. Do you understand? It is made from... We are going to put it in your head and activate your third eye, Anja chakra. Don't be afraid. Don't fear it. Don't...
Yeah! Fuck! Fuck! Ah! Fuck!
The implant will form a four-dimensional superconducting crystal structure designed to bond with neural DNA. Call it a magic mirror UFO.
What the fuck are you? Bastards!
Violence. You cannot act effectively here.
I know you. I've talked to you before. That buzzing noise coming through the wallpaper.
As a child, we spoke through your toys. Understand, you are the chosen one. This is your time. Your world is dying, but you can lead your people to global peace and harmony.
Yeah? Fuck off. I'm not being chosen by anybody, right?
But you have been elected to...
That's shite. This isn't a fucking spaceship. You're not real aliens. This is like the film, except it's in 3D.
Good. Now we will show you the truth. Watch the... Find it out. Which side are you on? The soul is not in the body. The body is inside the soul. Do you understand? Look, we are you. Try to remember.
Lost in thought. What?
Fuck.
When I was young, we used to read books. It would be very easy to kill you now, McGowan. Very easy indeed. I don't know what you're talking about. My name's, Gallagher. Don't waste my time. This is the only chance you'll get. They're all for killing you, you see. But I think you can be saved. I want to help you, Dane. I want you to join us. You've rejected the Invisibles. I can see that. You're not stupid enough to be taken in by a ragtag gang of malcontents, pathetically masquerading as a worldwide network of freedom fighters. What did they do to you, Dane? They dazzled you with a few cheap hypnotic tricks, lied to you, injured you. You deserve better than that. Boy like you could be anything, have anything. Join us and it's all yours. Clothes, cars, beautiful women. Join us and you won't have to live in fear anymore. We own the world, Dane, and its riches are ours to enjoy. We don't have to hide like terrified rats, and neither should you. You're a very special boy, Dane. Very special indeed. Yeah, that's what they all keep telling us. I can have any car I want, yeah? And shag them girls like Pamela Anderson and all that. Anything. Let me help you bring out your true potential. That's it. Give me your hand, Dane. Join us. My hand? What do you want my hand for? Ugh! Poopy bastard! Oh, God. Oh, my. Oof. Wanker. Fucking dickhead. You must think I'm fucking soft in the head. Get him. Remember what I've told you. Remember deep down where no one can touch it. The memory is in your body, Dane. It's there with Jack Frost, your power and your rage. Don't be afraid of it. A warrior uses every weapon he has. Don't be afraid of what makes you different. When the time comes, you'll know what to do. Call on Jack Frost to protect you. That's it, you bloody little prick. Trash. Filthy trash. Let's see you take us all on. Come on. Let's see how tough you are now. Her.
Using telekinesis, Jack Frost starts every car on the street and floods the area with carbon monoxide. He explodes all the streetlights in bursts of electricity. Unleashing his full power, Jack explodes the cars and gas mains under the street, causing total devastation. In the last story, this event was reported on in the news as a terrorist bombing, showing how even large-scale conflicts can be explained away for the public.
Fucking hell.
Impressive. Very impressive. Shite. By God, but you're a vicious, brainless piece of mongrel scum, aren't you? God only knows why they wanted you taken intact.
You're the fucking scum, you are.
What dazzling repartee. You cheap little thug. You could have had everything. You're too stupid to even realize what you've thrown away. This will be a pleasure.
Fuck! My fucking ass!
I'll break you, boy, and when I'm done breaking you, I'll give what's left to some friends of mine. They'll make an excellent whore.
You know, know what you are? You're shite! Sir Miles is a powerful psychic force, but Jack Frost wins their battle of wills, easily overpowering him.
Oh, dear God, what have you done to...
Don't look so fucking great now, do you? You and your stupid fucking Ponzi trousers. You think you own everybody and everything, but you can't fucking touch me, man.
Ugh.
Hey, look what I've got.
You won't shoot, Dane. You can't do it. I saw in your head. That soldier had a family. How could you live with yourself?
I think it'd be worth it just to see your fucking smarmy face splattered all over that wall. I reckon I'll be doing everyone a favor if I just... Oi! Hold it right there, you! You alright, sir? Little bastards.
All this will be yours, Dane. My earthly power. It'll be yours to do with as you please. I'll not need it where I'm headed. In the end, I've only one true teaching for you, Dane. One simple word. Disobedience.
Dane heads back to Liverpool to see what's left of his old life. 1. I traded virginity for vice. There's music coming from somewhere. Pink Floyd, post-Sid. The sky's unraveling into superspeed threads as windowpane acid explodes into the 8 brains of Gideon, Stargrave, and the lovely Jenny Shaw. Cold thrill of Thames spray. High velocity. Don't shoot until you see the weird luminous blues of their eyes. Hope I die before I get old, baby. Jenny, 15, proud possessor of the Miss Evelyn Crookshank Junior Championship Hockey Shield, and former third form Dukes of St. Hilary's in Kent, aims her M16 and fires. Bang. Wizard praying, old bean. Gideon Stargrave is wearing mirrored Ray-Ban shades, a purple crushed velvet frock coat with matching bell-bottom trousers, a lemon frilled shirt from Mr. Fish, paisley underpants from Marks & Spencer, and high-heeled Chelsea boots from Shelley Shoes. There's music coming from somewhere, Doppler shifting crazily, London's aflame, going down like the Titanic into the void of chaos. It's the second law of thermodynamics, honey. Everything tends toward disorder. Gideon Stargrave in Entropy in the UK. 2. My boyfriend taught me bionic sex. Eek! Jenny orgasms as she dies. Airbursts of blood like liquid fireworks. Slow motion plasma. Neutrophils, lymphocytes, several 100 million red cells, rich in hemoglobin shimmering in the sunlight. Type O. Common as muck. Christ, wish this can come true. The Magna are closing in. Raggedy crowmen from the anti-clock world. Helicopter blades chattering like a speed freak on overdrive. Bullets chop merrily through the speedboat's engine. Things are looking bleak. Bloody hell. Wonder if I left the gas on at home. There's music coming from somewhere. Waves of pain. It's getting hard to breathe. Music. He's sure it's the Floyd. Pain comes flooding in. Gideon Stargrave sets the controls for the heart of the sun. King Mob. Been waiting for this for a long time. I do hope you're ready for a little chat. Part 1. Dandy. Don't just cut off his ear. Slice away little bits at a time. You can do the same with his nose, his eyelids, and his lips. Facial mutilation can be very psychologically devastating. Or how about this? If you're going to gouge an eye, do it slowly, taking care not to damage the optic nerve. Then you can leave the eyeball hanging on his cheek, still functioning. His brain will still receive the vision information, but will be unable to turn away or close eyelids as, for example, you mutilate his genitals. Physical interrogation techniques by Crucia. It's the standard text here. I'm rather hoping you'll force me to resort to surgical instruments. What's happening? What is this place? God, oh God, I need a doctor. I can't breathe. You have a collapsed lung, the result of a gunshot wound inflicted by Commander Brody. I can assure, however, that is the very least of your problems. Fortunately for you, we do have a doctor on hand. Dr. Franklin. What are you? Don't... Wait, just...
What are you doing? Is it money? Who is Gideon Stargrave? Is that your real name? What? Why are you asking me this? Because I can see inside your bloody head. You can't lie to me. Don't try. Prophecy. Biggles pulls it off. The London Hive hums and resonates, jamming radio wave bands with high-speed digital transmissions. Deep in its Gothic honeycombed core, in a candlelit egg chamber of stained glass, the vast and immobile genetic factory thing which once upon a time was the young Queen Victoria II releases weather fronts of ultra-pheromones, summoning her legions to swarm. Gideon Stargrave, the last man on Earth, never one for prayers, hums Babies in Black and activates the bomb release, while Boots, the last cat on Earth, farts nervously, sensing death. Time stops. He's the main character. Book I'm working on. Please, I'm a writer. My name's Kirk Morrison. I wrote The Killing Moon. Oh God, this is insane. It's just a book. Listen to me. Please don't hurt me. I'm only... You're King Mob, damn you! God damn you. They're some kind of anarchist group from the 60s, aren't they? King Mob? Look, I don't know what you want to say, please. It's just a character in my book. So I'm not political. This is a mistake.
And who's the transvestite next door? He told us he was one of your people. He told us you were King Mob after we peeled the skin from his fingers. You can still save him by talking.
People? What's... Fanny's my girlfriend. My boyfriend, I mean. Please, I just need to get to a hospital. Please.
Cairo, September 94. Ask yourself this question. Why is it that our species seems so dedicated to complete destruction of its environment? Why do our actions appear to run counter to our survival? How do we explain humanity's restless consumption of all that lies in its path? How do we account for the hunger that is ravaging the earth? I don't know, El-Fayed. What's the punchline? Have you ever watched a caterpillar on a leaf, my friend? Have you seen the way it devours everything in its path? Things repeat themselves on all scales, from the smallest to the largest. As above, so below. Lord Fanny is being held in the next room under armed guard. Sir Miles attempts to bluff her, saying King Mob told them everything, but she isn't fooled. She plays sweet with Sir Miles, and he is repulsed by her touch and leaves her be.
But is he King Mob?
Miss Dwyer, I just don't know. Not yet.
Why in God's name did Brody have to shoot him?
He could die before he... What are you doing? What's that noise?
One of the Archons walks nearby. He's coming from the direction that can't be pointed to. He's ready to intersect.
For God's sake, you're not bringing one of them through. I wasn't told about this. I'm not prepared for the interface. Dear God.
He doesn't come to us. We go to him. Bow down, slave. Adore the King of all tears.
Boy and Ragged Robin begin to worry about the others and decide they need help. Boy goes to check King Mob's apartment while Robin goes to a music show. Robin has a moment of deja vu with a bald head in her lap. Is it working yet? Has it begun to work? Cairo, September 94. There. Forget what you know and look at it, my friend. What does it remind you of? The Invisible Man? The ancient Egyptians developed a highly sophisticated technology of mortality and beyond. The mummified body is not what we think. It is a symbol. Look, it's simple. The mummy is a cocoon, see? That is why we are devouring our environment. Man, like the caterpillar or the maggot, is a creature in its larval stage. We consume to fuel our imminent metamorphosis. There's no way out. There's no hope. No reprieve.
There's blood on your chin, Sir Miles. Is everything all right?
I'm fine. Where did I put my bloody handkerchief? I'm fine. Where did I put my bloody handkerchief?
Will the paper tissue do?
It's all over, you know. I don't care how strong you think you are. In an hour or two, you'll be begging to betray everyone you've ever known. In an hour or two, you'll be trading your bloody soul for just a moment without pain.
What do you want?
Information. You won't get it. By hook or by crook, we will. We will.
It's a time machine, Gideon. Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, yes, but what exactly do you mean by time, Dr. Cohen? Always the same old story, isn't it? The rebels are all very clever when it comes to criticizing the social order, but they're not so quick to suggest any alternatives. Do you have any useful ideas on how we might improve the society you seem to hate so much? You, the Polish boy, Starozowski.
I'd burn all the churches, sir. Tear down the government buildings. Blow it up. blow it all up. No more. I know what this nonsense is. You're trying to use it as a shield. It won't work. It's all falling apart. Your mind is ours now. Can you feel your head splitting? Opening up to me. You'll tell us everything. You asked me earlier what this place was. I'll tell you. This is the worst place in the world. This is room 101. In God's name, don't hurt me. I don't know any. The drug appears to be taking effect. How long can we keep him alive? As long as it takes, I suppose. Longer if possible. Very well. Recline the chair, Dr. Franklin. Well, you've had quite enough time to think, what? And you've had your chance to do this the easy way. So let's get you out of the waiting room and into the surgery, shall we? Oh, God, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Please, listen to me. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Gideon Stargrave wrestles with the wheel of the late Manali bus and muses bitterly upon the way in which unpredictability can rapidly become so predictable sometimes. The Tibetan rite is known as chod, you see, Mr. Stargrave. The shamans of the Bon Po would offer up their own flesh to be eaten by fierce demons. You're going a little fast. By, contemplating their own dismemberment, the initiates learn to identify not with the physical body, but... Don't let me stop you, Dr. Gupta. You're the Jimi Hendrix of comparative mythology. Taseen Gupta swallows hard, knowing deep inside his heart that, in spite of his Oxford education, his impressive literary credentials, his social standing, and the respect of his academic peers, in spite even of his pride in 2 fine sons and a life well spent, bloody karma intends to have the last laugh by casting him in the demeaning role of comedy high-caste Hindu. He imagines himself as Peter Sellers in Gupta drag, while overhead, the tulpa double of Gideon Stargrave, cultivated in the hyperdimensional hologram orchard no less, continues its melodramatic assault. All over the world, the same ritual experience. The holy man is taken up by the spirits or the demons, who strip him of his flesh and remake his body, always introducing into it some alien element like the magic bone or stone, always teaching the initiate secret speech, the tantric tongue of the Dakini or twilight language. Christ! Afraid I've just run over a holy cow, Dr. Gupta. Oh my goodness, no! 48 years of devotion up in bloody smoke! Gideon Stargrave in Entropy in the UK. Part 2. Messiah. It's not my fault we're hurtling toward disaster. This then-crazed aerial madman just won't take no for an answer, Doctor. Christ, the mad bastard's shooting up the tires. How am I supposed to maintain control of this bloody bus? All things considered, there's absolutely no escape from this hellish situation. I'm prepared to take the coward's way out if you are. It's reincarnation or nothing. What? What about my bloody karma, you crazy colonial oppressive bastard? What if I'm reborn as a bloody white man? I'm afraid I'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it, Dr. Gupta. Go towards the light, Doctor. Oh, my goodness gracious me. No more of this nonsense, these Gideon Stargrave stories. We want the truth, now. We know you're not this Kirk Morrison. You're King Mob. We'll stop if you talk. Do you remember what we did to your hands? Dr. Franklin? Let's see what we have here, in this bucket. No. Look, little bits of you. The first little bits of you we took. Whoa! Remember when you were screaming? Was that an hour ago, or was it only moments? Do you have any idea what was happening to you then? No. You refused to cooperate. You brought this on yourself. I'd like to show you something now. A mirror. I'd like you to see what we had to do to your face. Ah! Programmable necrotizing fasciitis bacteria. Something new. One simply types the relevant data to the rogue cell RNA and lets it loose. I can make it stop. Plastic surgery is still an option, but no one will ever want you again. Do you understand? I can make it stop. All you have to do is supply us with the names of your contacts in the organization. Who is Mr. Six? Who is Jolly Roger? Who is Tom O'Bedlam? Do you understand me? King Mob has been injected with Key 17, a drug that makes people see words as the things themselves. Sir Miles has orders not to kill him or permanently injure his victim, straight from the top, but psychological manipulation is all fair game. Central Australia, February 94. That's a lure for you, mate. According to the old fellas, it's the navel of Australia. 3/4 of the bug is under the ground. It's the biggest single piece of rock on the planet. It's the heart of the world. Look at it, embedded right there in the side of the earth. It's a magic stone. Nah, it's the navel of Australia, mate. Go ask the old bloke, see if I don't tell you the same thing. Alright, Gaida. There's the bloke, King Mob I was telling you about. King Mob, King Mob. What mob's that? Got a dreamin'? Scorpion. Got one tattooed on my arse. The smart white fella knows his own dreamin'. Smarter one knows his own arse. Yeah. Gotta watch them scorpions. Them fellas sting bad. Heard you talk about the Rock. Got plenty jang, that place. Lots of spirit power, eh? Can you hear me? Yeah. I want to go on the Rock, Joey. I want to meet the serpent. I'm an initiated man. How's some trick you pull off today, mate? Joey's a clever man, you know. Lawman Joey's been to the moon and back. No white fella's ever been allowed in the Rock. That's a sacred place. Not a white fella, Jerry. I'm a scorpion dreaming. I'm there with you, tiptoeing through those dusty, twisting corridors of locked doors. That's where you keep all the damp, wet things, isn't it? Slimy things. Secrets. It'll feel better if you help me open the doors and let those horrible things out into the light. Just let me open this old... Oh, don't be such a baby, Miles. It's only an old fox, for heaven's sake. Oh, do hurry up and blood him, Rupert. It's frightfully cold. There you go, old man. You're one of us now. Ah! God! One of us! Dear God!
So, Miles, is he King Mob?
No one normal would have the kind of defenses I encountered in his mind. He's been trained. It's like mirrors, stories inside stories. My own memories reflected back at me. I can't go in there again. You ask him to put my sanity at risk.
You've been a useful servant, Sir Miles, but I'm beginning to think that blue-blooded arrogance of yours has made you forget your position in the hierarchy. Get down on your knees.
What?
Down. Now, let me ask you again. Is he this writer, this Cork Morrison, or is he Gideon Stargrave, or is he King Mob?
Perhaps he's all three. Yes, I'm convinced he is King Mob.
You're forgetting that little word.
Mistress.
Good. You've made quite a few mistakes recently, haven't you? I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of our masters. They may even consider you as a candidate for modification. It's quite an experience, believe me. I want you to go back into his mind, Sir Miles, but you won't go alone this time. Come and take communion from me.
Look, there's no need for this, Miss Dwyer. I'll try again. I'm sure if I work on him... Please.
We've wasted enough time. Don't be coy, Sir Miles. If I was pretending to be your nanny, you'd pay me good money for this. There. Drink up your medicine. Let them into you. Bite harder.
Boy finds King Mob's apartment swarmed with cops. They try to chase her, but she fights them off and jumps off the balcony they're on. Luckily, a friendly cabbie offers her an escape, happy just to see a black girl causing trouble for the police, and happy to help in exchange for her phone number, which she gladly gives him. Follow agenda, men, mate. Fellas on the walls. Don't look back. I'll wait here for you, just in case you make it back. Kiss my ass, Cherry.
Christ. Jesus Christ almighty. And then it's all happening so fast, that noise. I'm scared. I don't want to know. There's red thing. Bobulus. I'm trying to run, but it's everywhere. It's coming from everywhere. It's coming from inside, too. The world's going flat, falling away. X-ray cinema. Things folding through one another. Can't describe it. Noise like water sizzling on a hob. It's me. It's molecular motion. Tiny teeth. A million sharp little teeth stripping me to nothing. Chewing me into atomic dust. They tell me I can get away from the pain by not identifying with the body. That's the point of the pain. That's why they do it. The shock makes me remember.
What's he saying?
He's delirious, rambling. Swarm of tiny particles reflecting something in me, not mirrors. They're talking. I'm talking. Kabbalistic neurostasy, transmatter, uroliptic hypnosis, ectogens, infoplacental, hallucinogen systems.
What is this gibberish?
Sounds like he's speaking in tongues. His temperature and pulse are completely out of control. We could be losing him, Sir Miles.
Don't die on me, damn you!
Sir Miles, are you sure you're all right? You look...
It's the milk, Franklin. It's alive in me. Tiny viral machines in her milk. Cellular biocomputers like some kind of intelligent infection. The Archon's manifesting through the disease, thinking my thoughts. This is your fault, you bastard! In God's name, stop fighting and tell us what we want to know! Let us in, damn you! No! Good God, those things! What's happening? Everything's disintegrating. His mind is... I'm in his... Smelled of opium smoke and musk and dried flowers. The ancient moon shedding its skin of light, becoming young again. A red curtain parts, beaded with sweat. I'm tasting her precious waters and liqueurs. Time is all wrong. I'm afraid of her. Cannibal queen of extinction. I love her. She's the destroyer, the spider dancer on the funeral pyre of time and space. God help me. She's like an ocean, a virgin rising from the menstrual foam. I'm losing myself, Franklin. Corpse goddess, stinking of death and lust, and the thunderbolt strikes the bell. I'm fire snake ripping up through the spinal channels, detonating, ascending the royal road, unfolding into 1,000-petaled lotus, the universal engine, the light of 1,000,000 moons, rising in her, in me, in... Oh! Ah! My God, it's some kind of debased sex ritual. What were you trying to do? What was the purpose of the ritual? What were you...
So you headed back home then? Heading up with the broadlights? Yeah, something like that.
McGowan! It's the bloody McGowan boy! They were searching for the boy and they found him! This is King Mob! I've broken him! No more! Somebody help me! Can't take any more! Get someone to alert our agents! The boy's in Liverpool! He's ours! All of them! We've got them, Franklin! By God, we've bloody got them!
Boy returns to the safe house to find Robin. The music show she went to was the Root Doctors, and Robin has brought back Jim Crow, ready to help.
I'm in his mind. Good God, look at it. I'm in his mind, Franklin. It's like dreaming someone else's dream. There are memories falling all around me like dead leaves, cracked and yellow. Real memories, no more pathetic cover stories. No more Kirk Morrison, the writer. No more Gideon Stargrave, the character. I see the truth now, falling all around me. Morrison is the fiction, and as for Stargrave, he was born Gideon Starozewski in Krakow, 1960? 61? His father was a Polish artist, his mother an English political radical. He returned to England with his mother and grew up in a high-rise flat in Chelsea. That little portable record player in his bedroom, clanging raucous music, filling his head with adolescent drivel, anarchy, insurrection. I am an antichrist. Quite a little rebel, aren't we, Starozewski?
King Mob in Entropy in the UK. Part 3. Assassin.
1981. He's singing in a pop group, The Five. He has a breakdown of some kind. There were links with occult groups in the Leeds. That's where he hears of them, the Invisibles. And in 1985, yes, he writes his first horror novel, Dis. It's published under the pseudonym Kirk Morrison. The second book is Lord Worm. By 1988, he's rich. That's what he wanted. The royalties pay for the search. He's getting closer all the time. Still not used to the heat. The barking dogs. Is this India? Something happens here. I can't see what it is, but something happens to him here. He still thinks he can hide thoughts from me. He's wrong, Franklin. I'll tear his mind to shreds if that's what it takes.
Sir Miles is perceiving time out of order, an effect of this sort of work. He again notices his handkerchief is missing when his nose begins to bleed. Lord Fanny stole his handkerchief when she was pretending to come on to Sir Miles. She has now fashioned it into a crude voodoo doll and named it after him. I can still save you. I want to save you. I want you to have clear thoughts, a clean mind. I want to help you grow beyond this adolescent frustration you feel, this need to prove yourself, to step out from your mother's shadow. You think you're fighting for freedom, but from what? From whom? Your chains are imaginary. The mass of the people are free, free to live and work and die. How dare you presume to liberate them from their comfortable lives? How you must loathe yourself, so eager to struggle against anything but your own inadequacy. The truth is, you long to be like us, but because you cannot fit into society, you dream of overthrowing it. What is this infantile urge to destroy that which others have labored to build? I take it you are familiar with Orwell's 1984? Political pornography drooled over by those who talk of freedom yet thrill to depictions of absolute control. Let me show you how far beyond those ideas we have gone. Look at my hand. I'm holding up 5 fingers. How many fingers do you see? All you have to do is surrender and see things our way. Stop fighting, and all your pain will end. And if you do not submit to me, others less gentle will come. I can assure you of that. They will break you open. When their work is done, you will be incapable of human feeling. No more love or hope or friendship. You will be an empty, abject thing. It would be better for you to... What is this? What are you hiding behind this last door? Do you really want me to break it down? Are you prepared to face the trauma of a forced entry? There, that's better. Show me your life, my boy. Hand it over and I'll take good care of it. Tell me how you were contacted by the Invisibles. Tell me how you became King Mob. What is this place? Franklin, I'm in some sort of courtyard. It's hot and I can smell sweat. It's some kind of training school. Is this Africa? North Africa. Show me more. I gave you every opportunity. I told you I would smash it down if I had to. We could have done this the easy way, my boy. But if you want me to break you, I will. You all break in the end. You all serve us in the end. Some kind of monastery. A man named Elfayed. A woman with cropped silver hair. The Great Secret. We need a location for this place, Franklin. This is where they train their soldiers. It's cold, but we don't feel the cold. It's like walking on the edge of a razor blade. The concentration. Why are we walking backwards? We can't see what's there on the path. It's so... We've been stung. The shock of it right on my leg. Christ, it must be a snake. A scorpion. Venom in the blood. It's there. It's like a door in his brain. It's opening up. My God, Franklin. It's like a flower. Like playing cards. Something's there waiting for us. Entities. Presences. I hear the drumbeats of assassin gods. They've come to teach me. It's horrible, the things they're showing me. How to destroy souls? What's happening here? Show me, damn you! Stop resisting. Stop hoping that somehow you will be saved. There is no one. Do you understand? No one will help you. No one! Boy is unhappy about riding in Jim's hearse, but it's all part of his act. He says that sometimes the best way to be invisible is to hide in plain sight. Robin stocks up on smart drinks to enhance their psychic abilities, and Jim explains the plan to spread out with their psychic signals and triangulate Fanny's position, since King Mob is psi-invisible. They just have to hope they're together. Jim mentions the warning Zarrigan gave him about King Mob, but he never got a chance to deliver it. Lord Fanny twists the doll's head, causing Sir Miles to feel a sudden headache as he stands before King Mob. Franklin, I can't seem to move. I feel strange. Can you hear me, Franklin? The wall's falling. Something's making it fall, but I don't think it's me. Why can't I? Oh no. Scorpion gods taught me psychic martial arts techniques, Sir Miles. They taught me how to make mind traps convincing enough to fool any smart-ass telepathic intruder. Mind traps like the one you're in now. And that's not all. They taught me how to do this. Yeah! Sir Miles? Franklin, help me. The cuffs? Yes, of course. I'll try to hurry. I just don't feel very well. For Christ's sake, Sir Miles! Why do I have to do this? Don't do it! Can't you see he's controlling you? Lord Fanny tosses away the doll, its job done. She then hypnotizes the guard with her voice, making him feel intense heat and see her in different places around the room. Disoriented, he drops his gun and falls to his knees. Fanny just had to wait for her drugs to wear off before she could focus and make her magic work. Robin and Jim feel each other's minds across the city and pinpoint Fanny's signal. Jim asks his Ouija bird, this one native to London, to find the location. God almighty, stop or else... King Mob throws a scalpel into the man's forehead. Or you'll what? You won't get out of here. There are others. You can kill me if you want. It won't make any difference. You'll belong to us in the end. Already killed you. I ripped off your aura.
One more thing before I leave. How many fingers am am I holding up, Smiles? I, just 2, you old bastard. Just 2. God damn you. You won't make it. Look at you. You're dying. Yeah. Well, I'll die free, Smiles. What about you? Be seeing you.
Fanny has taken the guard's uniform and finds King Mob in the hall, revealing herself to him and helping him lie down. He's dying and can't walk, but he can still take out the guard that comes along. He's relieved to find the facial scarring was only a hallucination from Key 17.
Something's wrong in the other room, she says, her voice choiring and crackling like bee radio, hissing syllables of cold static, weaving oral cobwebs, corrosive nets of anti-speech, viral mantras which dissolve flesh or trigger irreversible brain damage. The king of all tears howls, summoning his weapons, his cloak of inks, his neuroworm larvae and nano-factories, and the nest of razors in her womb coils sharply. Hypodermic implants irrigate her with seething liquid macro-intelligence. She interfaces with superdimensional libraries of vast and immaculate hatred. The bone hooks between her legs clash and bite eagerly. Her armor fast-breathing down through microscopic breaches in the reality grid, crawling bacterial possession, ectoplasmic parasites condensing to matte black shockproof skin. Soft valves and tubes penetrate her, dissolve her to a mollusk curled in a shell of superadaptive antimaterial. Soldier nun of the Order of Fevers, prioress of the outer church, the cold church, the barren altar, wedded to nothing. Castrated woman, demoness, Kali unbound. Miss Dwyer dressed for the hunt.
Boy used to be a New York City cop named Lucille. That was before she found out how easy it is to become invisible. It happens every day. How I became invisible. Lucille's eating lunch with her partner Oscar when a man runs by them in the street with a gun. They give chase and open fire when he shoots at them. Oscar shoots the man, killing him. Then men in black suits and unmarked tactical gear show up and tell them in no uncertain terms that they didn't see anything. A man shows Oscar a badge and he agrees. They were never there. Lucille just saw a man turn invisible before her very eyes. A bum on the street points out a black helicopter to her. Black helicopters were very popular in 90s conspiracy theories, and as you'll see, in this world, most conspiracy theories are true.
Iron! The fucking sky's made of black iron, you fucking assholes! It's in every fucking human heart! Black iron! The Empire never ended! The Empire never ended!
Lucille has 2 brothers, Martin on the police force and Easy, a gangster and a thug. Easy tries to warn her about the enemy hiding in plain sight all around her, telling her to ask Martin about the government hiring gangbangers to be troops for the New World Order and the social experiments being done in the ghetto, but she won't listen. Not until Oscar goes missing, that is. She investigates what he was working on and finds a secret train schedule.
They were train times. This has to stop. Seriously, breaking down the gangs is one thing. This is getting out of control. What you're doing here it's monstrous. You're not even trying to hide it. It has to stop. It'll stop when the enemy's beaten. This is war. This country is at war with itself. Perhaps you're just trying to say you'd like a little more money to help you avert your outraged eyes. For Christ's sake, this isn't about money. I want to get out of this. I won't talk. I just want out. Too bad you locked the door behind you, Lieutenant Butler. I had a feeling something like this was in the wind. Show Officer Butler to his reserved seat, gentlemen. You must be kidding. There's no way you'll get away with this. We can get away with anything. We get away with it every day. We've killed presidents and covered our traces. Do you honestly think a missing cop will... Police! Freeze! Lucille? Appears stupidity's genetic. Yes, sir. Jesus Christ, no! Lucille! Lucille, shoot me! Shoot me! For God's sake, shoot me! Don't let them put me on that train! I can't do this! Don't make me do it! Oh, no! Oh, shit! Shoot me! Shoot me! Any day of the week, motherfucker! Ah! You're a motherfucking coward, Martin. Like father, like son. You were always a mother... Ah! No! No! It was like somebody turned down the volume on the whole world. I remember the blood throbbing in my head. I remember the arc lights and the weight of Easy's body shaking and shaking, going still in my arms. I remember smelling sweat and gun smoke and train oil like I'd never smelled anything before in my life. But there was no sound. Not for the longest time. Wait until we're gone and then kill her. I felt like I'd burst through a bubble into a whole new upside-down world where nothing made sense and nobody was what they seemed to be. I was on the other side of the looking glass with no ticket home. I will say one thing, though. I learned the rules pretty quick.
Boy lashes out, kicking one cop in the kneecap and grabbing his dropped gun, shoots another. The last one has his gun out. Fuck you, bitch. You...
There was blood and bits of brain all over me. But all I could think was, it's not my blood. It's not my brains. How come I'm still alive?
Would've got here sooner. Fucking traffic.
Oscar? Oh, Jesus. Oscar, is that you?
It's me. It's not Oscar anymore, but it's me. I'm sorry, baby. Christ, I'm so sorry. Fucking traffic.
I still can't look at it. This is the only time I've ever tried to write it down, and I still can't look at it. I'll kill them. I'll find them, and I'll kill them.
Maybe. Or they'll find you and kill you. There's no going home now, whatever happens. Look out for a bald English guy. Take care, Lucille.
It still makes my guts turn over. I couldn't move. It felt like hours. I just stood there until the snow covered his tracks and Oscar was gone. And 2 days later, I met King Mob and John of Dreams, and I disappeared too. Just like Oscar and Easy D, Muhammad Khan, and Martin. I guess I'm different from the people I work with. I've been through all the psychological shit they put you through, and it's still the same. My motivation's different from theirs. I'm not really here to save mankind from itself or to help us all turn into star beings in the new age. I'm not here for the revolution. I'm in this group for one reason, and it's cold and it's old and it's easy to understand. Revenge. The beast is still out there. I can't smell it too well, but I can hear its breathing now, and I can see its tracks. Making me disappear was its big mistake. See, I'm invisible now. I leave no traces, no footprints. I'm invisible now. I'm a hunter with nothing left to lose. And that bastard, that smug and self-satisfied beast, can't see me coming.
Epilogue. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your lives, gentlemen. Happy holidays. Liverpool. Dane has returned to his hometown and sought out his other friend Billy, who didn't get brainwashed like poor Gaz. Dane keeps recovering memories from his time with Tom and his time with the aliens. Look at it, Dane. Look at the city and the world in its proud array, like a cask of jewels laid open for you. It'll offer you everything you ever wanted, but it's just pictures on billboards. Dream cars, dream women, dream houses. Time to wake up now and say goodbye. Remember, Dane, there's other worlds out there. It's only empty air here. Jump out of the world. Jump to the place I showed you, and you'll not fall. Are you ready? Are you ready to jump right off the edge of everything? Easy. Jump. No! Oh, shite! Ah. Lost one. Welcome home. Fuck this! We would like you to come to the house with wings, which exists nowhere. The lantern of the kingdom, Solomon's house, where every door opens into a room in every human heart, and where you will remember how to cut the master key. You can call it the Magic Mountain, the Virtual College, the School of Shadows, or if you prefer, the Academy. Dane notices Billy has nice new things and no explanation of how he got them and becomes suspicious. He shows Billy his blank badge and the gun. Billy gets scared and leaves him alone. Dane quickly figures out Billy's sold him out and leaves through the window before the police can catch him. While escaping, he runs into Brian Malcolm, his old history teacher, quite literally. I don't fucking believe this. Who cut your hair anyway? Jack the Ripper? I cut it myself. What's everybody going on about my fucking hair? It's not fucking important. Look at me. I'm shaking. I'm a bag of nerves now. First they tell me you're dead. Then they tell me you got away from that fire and to let them know if you come here and you... What's going on? Don't give me those Doctor Who shite about space and aliens, fucking time machines, and fuck knows what else. I want the truth. Now. I'm telling you the truth, ma'am. I know it's all mad. It's all mad. But it's real. It's real. I know all the names sound stupid and that, but that's what they do so nobody knows who they are. I was Jack Frost. T. Don't want it. You don't know the things I've seen. You haven't any idea what... It's just... You're like fucking cows chewing grass in a field next to a fucking slaughterhouse. You don't know what's going on. Who do you think you're calling a cow? You mind your fucking language? You want drugs? I fucking knew it. Not on anything. Everybody's after me. I can't keep running and running. I feel like I'm going mad with all this stuff. You just don't know. What's in the bag? Stuff. That old man gave it to me. Tom, the one I told you about. Worth anything, is it? Fucking hell, what did I come here for? Where am I supposed to go? I haven't got a home anywhere, have I? I cut off my finger. Everybody wants to kill me. I can do this fucking shite with my head. I can't keep running. I can't fucking stand this. I've got nowhere to go. My fucking head's like, it's on fire. I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ, love. What's been happening to you? Jesus. Can you hear me? Do you understand? Activate transmission. Wake up. Barbalith. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Barbalith. Contact established. I know you. Yes, you made me. Fucking hell. Semantic neural scanner remote viewing module complete. RVM cultural gloss. Imprinted Christian Roman Catholic symbol structure. Activate. Fucked up. Everything's fucked up. It's all fucked. It'll never get fixed. Wake up. Nah. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Why can't I do it? Try to remember. I can't get the fucking nails out. The symbolism meant here by Christ on the cross is the original Gnostic Christian interpretation that our collective spirit is imprisoned in the material world. Those are the nails Jack can't get out. We'll learn more about why reality is the way it is in Volume 2. Grant espouses no single belief system with the book. Rather, he is creating his own and is building it using existing symbols to help us understand it. Dane's mom finds Brian Malcolm at the door, but tries to send him away. He isn't the danger, though, and the police are right behind him. The police start pounding on the door as if to break it down, and Dane tries to warn his mom not to open it. Remembering Tom's lesson, he sees a magic word hidden in a logo on TV and says Totep, triggering a massive burst of energy from the TV that blasts the windows out and knocks everyone unconscious, but kills no one. He's learning to control his power, to use it only as he wants to, and he doesn't want to kill anyone ever again. One cop is actually getting up, but Boy arrives and kicks his gun away and knocks him out. Jesus, Jack. Long time no see. Been busy, I see. It's magic. I just made up a magic word like Tom said, and it worked. It's real. What the fuck are you doing here? Trying to get you out of trouble? Mom? Hey, Mom. My mom all right? One moment, okay? He's fine. You have any idea who this guy is? Yeah, it's Big Malcolm, my old history teacher. Kicked his head in once. What the fuck's he doing here? Is he one of them? He's one of us. This here's Mr. Six, who's like supposed to be one of the scariest guys on the planet. This guy can do just about anything. Except wake up, I guess. Your mom's okay, but she's gonna have a bitch of a headache. Policeman there looks catatonic. Don't ask me how that other one managed to take what you hit him with. He had some kind of metal thing in his head. I felt it when I went in. But what are you following me for? Look, I'm hot and I'm tired and I'm scared. I've had enough. I'm asking you to come back with me to London right now. Why should I? Why should I care about you lot? I don't know, Jack. You tell me. You made me. You left me here, alone and transmitting, waiting for you. The reverse of the moon. The string, the labyrinth. The way out. It's only a game. Try to remember. Is this hell? Am I inside you? What the fuck is this? It's horrible. I can't stand it. Take it away. I am inside you. This is the world you made. Stop it! This nightmare will persist until you wake up. What will you do? I'll fix it. Let me fix it. I want to fix it all. I want to make it all right. It's horrible. Just let me fix it. Then fix yourself. The world will follow. Everything will follow. As above, so below. Do you understand? Do you understand what you must do? They got King Mob and Fanny, Jack. We'd been out of the country 2 months ago if we hadn't came looking for you. Now we're in deep shit. We need you. Don't ask me what we did to deserve this, but we need you. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? You can be a dumb and selfish little shit if you want. All I'm asking is, can it wait until after we got my friends out of trouble? Or maybe you just don't want to get dragged away from this great time you've been having. Ugh. Well, what? We going or aren't we? Jim Crow and Ragged Robin. This is the place.
Tell me about it.
This is where they got King Mob and Fanny, all right. Place got 7 kinds of psychic defense systems up and running. This is sophisticated shit here. What are we dealing with?
Oh my god, can you feel it?
Yeah, bad shit. We go in there like gangbusters, they're gonna serve us our asses on a plate.
This is worse than bad shit. Feels like somebody just threw up in my head. It's like, Jesus Christ, what's in there with them? What the hell is that in there?
House of Fun. Miss Dwyer and the King of All Tears. The world that was facets, honeycombed by her compound eyes. She scuttles through a jeweled maze of appalling new colors, vast perfumes, and grotesque emotions. Optic lenses morph to accommodate changes in the light-stained glass vision. Migraine, agony on overdrive. Everything seems sickening, artificial. Her remade palette clickers and whirs. The hymns of her order self-replicate through the building, making it resonate like a hive. Transhuman, she spins ectoplasmic luminous snares, scents the enemy and drools carcinogenic bug acid. The flowering neural networks of the outer church spasm and burst and flood her with boiling data, death prayers, and obscene rosaries. Her brain overloads with floodlit 4D schematics, flayed bodies, lacerated minds torn on the looms of hell, rehearsing the degradations and the torments she will visit upon her enemies. Drunk on atrocity, Miss Dwyer buzzes joyously and drizzles hallucinogenic poison across the walls and ceiling. And at her side, the King of All Tears, god of the endless iron room, manifesting in earth-plane matter, the warning siren of his voice rising and falling, activating the 14 chakras and hyperchakras in his spinal lattice, each lamenting outcry carefully modulated to program his nanofactories with dynamic mobile blueprints of a more welcoming environment. They swarm and breed, infecting the simplistic atomic structure of the local reality grid. Contagion takes, contagion spreads, contagion rages along precise parameters. The world sickens and begins to change. Jim asks Robin to mix champagne and cheap rum and spit it in his eyes to help him summon Papa Gayday to ride him, figuring he has a better chance against whatever's inside. It works. The descent of the Archon is warping reality even at the molecular and bacterial level. King Mob and Fanny are beginning to rot away as if from a very fast-acting cancer. Sir Miles is not, and he tells them it's the nanomachines Miss Dwyer put inside him, counteracting the warping of reality by sending friendly signals to the organic machines. King Mob and Lord Fanny both draw and inject some of Sir Miles' blood, and the rot begins to fade. Jim Crow has countered the psychic defense systems with magic symbols and an appeal to Papa Legba, master of gates and doors. Next, he uses the secret voodoo boot to kick the door open, and inside, he and Robin find what reality is being changed into. Slimy hives full of insects growing around machinery.
I don't want to fucking know, alright? I don't want to know what you guys have into, Dane. I mean, this is out of control. What you doing? What happened? This is... And him? I thought he was a teacher at the school. Is everybody in on this?
Just about, yeah. Policemen won't even remember Dane as here, Miss McGowan. There shouldn't be any more trouble.
Look, we gotta move. Jack? Why does she keep calling him Jack? What the fuck is this? No, don't tell me.
That's my secret agent name, Jack Frost. I'm going, ma'am. I have to go.
Don't bring me this again, Dane. I'm fucking serious. I don't want to know.
No. I'll see you then.
Dane? Look after yourself, son, will you?
Jack, Boy, and Mr. Six arrive and enter the House of Fun, despite Jack warning them it feels dangerous and wrong. Miss Dwyer, in her armor, attacks King Mob and Lord Fanny. Mob fires at her with a guard's assault rifle, and she spits acid at them and runs away. The story is told of a woman who finds herself in a glorious garden orchard of unsurpassed beauty and luxury. Each perfect day is spent indulging in pleasure. Godlike, she wants for nothing. And then, on one more glorious evening, she ventures to the crystal lake of sweet ambrosia which nourishes her, and, as she dips to drink, her eyes are open to the hideous truth behind the illusion of existence.
Hello?
And she realizes that she is a monstrous, parasitical insect.
Is somebody... The heavenly garden is simply the skin of her unsuspecting host, the lake of heaven, no more than the bloodstream upon which she battens and feeds. That's how it feels.
Oh.
That's how it feels now. The touch of the king comes from all directions simultaneously. He is outside and inside and somewhere else. Suddenly, she can't remember the name of her husband or the sound of the voices of her daughters. All she can remember is the time when she was 12 and she let the man in the swing park touch her. He gave her 10 shillings and she bought chocolate and was sick. Shame, disgust, humiliation. The king is talking to her, touching her that way. And she feels like a maggot. She feels like a fly. There's buzzing inside. Buzzing everywhere. She's buzzing. And Mary Brown, who won £10 in the national lottery, who watches Oprah most afternoons, wakes into nightmare, recognizing her own immortal soul in that last screaming second before the royal eggs hatch inside it, before she hatches with them, newborn, and begins to tear hungrily at the glowing essence of all she was. Bad luck, Mary.
Jack? Jack, where are you?
My God, this is an abscess. The reality mesh can't take the stress they're putting on it. It's ready to split.
It's what? Jesus Christ, this situation's going down the toilet here. What are we doing?
Standing at ground zero. If this thing bursts, we'll have no defense. It'll be the end of the universe in miniature. Call it a tactical Armageddon.
Jesus! Jack! Jack, are you there? Yeah, I'm fucking here. Where the fuck are you?
There's buzzing. Buzzing inside. Buzzing everywhere.
Fuck this.
Liverpool, December 22nd, 2012, 8 a.m.
What's it gonna be like, Dane? Will it be scary?
If you want, it'll be different for everybody.
Look, it's snowing. Oh, look at that. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
That's not snow. That's it starting.
Go on with your story, Dane. I was enjoying that. Tell me what happened next. Still time, isn't there?
Yeah, still time.
We were in the trick shop, and little alien machines were turning it into a copy of where they came from, their own dimension. There was Boy and Mr. Six, and they found what they call an abscess, sort of a hole into a different universe. So what? You saying if this thing bursts, we're gonna have, like, hell flooding through? Tell me you have a plan.
Yes, I plan to sit down right here.
Great idea. Why don't I just go to sleep? Shouldn't we be, like, miles from this thing? Shouldn't we be looking for Jack and the others?
Quiet, please. This is the only way we can help now. And I am looking. If I can find Jack before they do, I can help him fight.
Those Ragged Robin and Jim Crow working their way through the place, deactivating the magical booby traps. Zombies? Motherfucker sending zombies against me? That's an interesting sense of humor, Jim. Fight what? What's he gonna do? Swear them into submission? Jack can't fight.
There's a lost one in the building. The entire environment is becoming toxic. Stay close to me unless you want cancer.
Right. Funny, I don't remember that line from the How to Date Boys book. That was Lord Fanny and King Mob in the room with Smiles, right? Gideon, wake up, for God's sake.
Oh, shut up. He's dead. King Mob is dead. Did you really believe it could end any other way? Did you really think a lunatic crusade could succeed? They'll tear you apart. Miss Dwyer was there in her insect armor, moving in for the kill. Then there was me, little Jack Frost. Me and the lost one. The king of all tears. I remember I was dead calm. I reached into that bag Tom had left me, and there was a little tin filled with fag ends he must have saved up in ashtrays and gutters. Submit. Crumpled them up into ash and drew a circle around me. You know the weird thing? It's the way it all seems normal. You're standing there with an alien demon or something right in front of you, and it all seems normal. It's only afterwards it hits you. Submit. After it all, you're thinking, what the fuck was that? It couldn't get at me. I didn't know how I'd managed to put up a shield, but I had. I just felt like I wasn't alone in my head. It felt like I had guests. That's it, Dane. Remember. Try to remember. Remember what you are. Then something just clicked. It wasn't in my head. It was like a door opened to my heart and I knew what to do. I'd always known. Alright then. Put your money where the fucking mouth is, dickhead. The last temptation of Jack. Zombies. I've seen scarier shit in Disneyland. That Monster Mouse, for instance. What is that thing? Man with the head of a rodent? That's like a fly.
To be honest, I'd feel a lot more confident if it was Mickey Mouse shambling towards us right now. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Can you deal with those dead people before they get close enough to start eating what's left of our brains?
Sure, I'm just charging up my weapon with erotic visualizations. This here Zozo gun converts sex into death. Check it out. Yo, motherfucker. Eat love. Yourself, legs. Don't you know there's a spider in my heart? I'm more poisonous than you're ever gonna be. Sting like a bee. You okay, sister?
I'm fine. This is great. It's just like watching a film.
It's weird because they don't really look scary. They're aliens and all that, but when you see them, it's more like special effects. It's like something out of a film, like a computer simulation. You look at it and it's just so unreal you have to accept it. It's not how they look that's scary. It's the way they make you feel. Every shitty thing you've ever done, every horrible, sick thought you've ever had, they turn it back on you until you can't think of anything else. They can read you like a book and pull out whatever page it takes to make you feel like you're sick, or useless, or guilty. They can break your heart and shit on your soul. And they can remind you why you deserve it.
Jane doesn't fancy Billy. She says he got too many zits. The actor boy, she calls him. How long you fancied me then? You always used to take the piss out of me at school.
I was just little then.
And you're a big boy now.
Do you remember Crystal Quinn? I wanted to marry her. Or shag her. It's all the same when you're that age.
Come on, just wanna. I'm not a slag, Dane. I want to save it. I know. I love you. I just wanna. That's enough. Not yet. Get away! Get away from me! I'll blow your head off!
The arm is impenetrable, you pathetic bloody wretch. It's alive. It absorbs the kinetic energy of your bullets and feeds it straight back into its power source. You...
Bitch!
She's just playing with you. Adrenal glands taste better when they're aroused.
No. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
You couldn't love your mom and your dad. Not really. Couldn't love your mates, so you'd just be a poof. The only person you were really allowed to love was your girlfriend. It was just so great being allowed to feel that way. Like a million locked doors all opening at once. Bloody vandal. Fuck off. She was the only person I ever admitted to loving. Fucking tragic, eh?
He's 23, Dane. He's got a car. That's what it's all about. Fucking car. I can get any car I want. He makes £100 a week. How much that do you get for shagging the prick? But at least he knows what to do.
He dumped her in the end. Fucked off to London or something. Police were after him for shagging a minor. She had to get rid of the baby. I wouldn't have made her get rid of it if it was mine. I'd have looked after it. I'd have stolen flowers from the graveyard and brought them up to an hospital. That's what I told myself. But I was lying. And the lie was what the alien got hold of. Started twisting around in my head. I'd have been fucked then if I'd been on my own. But I wasn't. I've never been on my own. Remember when I told you about that thing that's on the dark side of the moon? Barbalith. Sort of a satellite, yeah?
Is the baby all right? You're my baby, Dane. You're the one I want inside of me.
It's not just like some sort of satellite TV show. It's been there forever, and it talks to us, even when we don't hear it, even when we don't answer back. It never gives up on us. Well, I'll tell you what it really is a bit later, alright?
Growing in me.
All you need to know is that Barbalith came on in my head and saved me. Hold your hand out, you naughty boy. I saw you. I saw you. Just like I told it to do when I made it. It saved me like it's gonna save us all. We made it to save us. He's hallucinating, Doctor. I think he's a bit scared. Why won't he just let go, for Christ's sake? Stop fighting. Let go.
Mr. McGowan, can you hear me?
We can't do anything. He doesn't even have basic wet drive facilities. No DNA access, no credit scan codes, no infoglobin. Pre-Jack, a relic. Look, only 70 and he looks 160.
I think it's sad. Hardly any of them left now. Poor old bugger. I wonder what he'd say if he could talk. Famous last words, you know?
Fuh. There he goes. Good timing, huh? Pub's open in 10 minutes. You're not strong. You're not clever. Just running away from it all you are. Sitting there like little fucking Buddha with your head stuck halfway up your actual body. You blew my fucking brains out, you little shit. You didn't even stop to think. Alright, so they weren't much to begin with, but they were mine. They had things in them. Pictures of my mom and dad, my favorite songs, holidays in Tenerife. You fucked up my little boy because of what you did. My own wife wasn't allowed to look at me. They had to cremate me with a fucking hood over my head. They always fall back into monsters and the shitty special effects stuff when they're up against the wall. Somewhere, somehow, I knew I had him beat. Jesus, you killed it. I don't believe this. You killed it. It's not over yet. We have to find the others and get out of here before they collapse. Jack, if you can hear me, you must come out of the circle. I think he's too deep in the trance. I may have pushed him too far. Hey, we're serious, Jack. We're in deep shit if you don't get out of here now. Come on. It's all over. You can stop now. For Christ's sake, get out of the circle, Jack. Get out of the circle. Hey, I know you're not paying attention. I didn't pay attention. I was you, but I have to try, don't I? I've come from the future, Dane. Come to tell you it's all shit. They've been feeding us shit. There is a war on, but it's like we're ants on a battlefield. We have the head to understand even a fraction of what's going on all around us. The whole universe is just... It's like a munitions factory. They make bombs here, Dane. We're just the end product of a factory process carried out by gigantic Manichean intelligences. That's what it's all about. They're trying to perfect your soul. They're trying to make you like Buddha or Jesus because a perfected human soul is the ultimate weapon. That's what all of humanity's spiritual fucking aspirations amount to. The highest and best thing we could ever become is a bomb. And on December 22nd, 2012, the human agents of one of those opposing forces are going to detonate my soul. Our soul. The 5-dimensional blast is going to destroy the factory, which just happens to be our entire space-time continuum. All the turbulence and chaos in your time is just the first hint of the shockwave rippling back from pinpoint zero. Ah, fuck it. I'm wasting my time here. You don't even know what Manichean means, do you? You can't trust him, Dane. You'll see. You can't trust anyone. You win. And I had one. I'd seen through all of it. Every stupid fantasy. Every cheap conjuring trick. That's when it happened. Stop moving. Too bad. I was enjoying myself. That's an intriguing device you got strapped to your wrist there. You don't mind me asking when you were born, do you? June 14th. Yeah, but what year? 1988. Let me tell you, I love all this spooky shit. Let's press on while there's still time. Death's in the house, and he ain't leaving empty-handed. As a sound started up, like a million people humming or something. A circle of minds, an infinite circumference. I thought I was Dane McGowan, and I was humming too, joining in. Dane McGowan was one of the things we made so that we could experience the end. The end? The end of what? There. Do you understand? And I did. I understood everything. I even knew what Manichean meant. I knew by heart the DNA codes of starfish and giraffes and people from Sri Lanka. I knew the third word on page 14 of The Cat in the Hat, and it was fear. I knew who killed Professor Plum in the kitchen with the fucking revolver. I was watching all of space and time, the whole universe from the beginning to the end, and it was all just falling into itself and going away. And then there was this thing. It was flat at first, then it was solid, then it was more than solid, then more than solid, more and more and more. So I got in it and it sort of opened out, and I was home. I was God, looking at myself in the mirror. I was perfect in eternity. And that was when I understood the last and greatest cheap conjuring trick of them all. That's when I knew they'd got me. Dane, no! No! Oh, shit! I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. It's ready to burst. It's gonna burst. I've lost him. What? Fanny. Fanny, it's me, King Mob. It's me. The blood we took from some miles. Nanomachine into the blood to increase the psychic abilities. It's working in us, Fanny. Telepathy, can you hear me? I know what to do, Fanny. I know how we can beat them. Goodbye, baby rabbits. Is that really you? Yeah, it's me. This is weird shit, isn't it? She's gonna kill me. She won't. The drug they gave me makes words appear to be things. You look at words and you see the objects they describe. Key 17 it's called. Key 17. All I have to do is move. Something's going on here. Something bad happening. It's right here. You feel that?
Yeah. Maybe we should just leave the door closed.
Shit. Check it out. It's like having garbage dumped right in your head. There's no way you're walking into that. Let me just put a web on the door to stop this shit breaking through. I don't have to go and get our people out of there.
But you mean I just have to sit here?
For the sake of your mental and spiritual health, yeah. You just gotta sit there. Shit, I thought you could make it. I wouldn't be doing this.
Okay. You're right. I'm not going anywhere near that.
Wake up. Return. This is not your place. You must return. Dane, you must return.
Dane? Who's Dane?
Return from the endless light. The game is still in progress.
Stop it! Jesus Christ! Oh God, stop it! What is it? What is this? I can't deal with this! I can't deal with this!
The abscess is bursting. It's all right.
Get out!
Pain and fear, delirium and dementia, sickness and guilt, septic supermatter flooding his brain, psychic pus erupting from the infected zones, the fever kingdoms of the outside. Boiling, it narrows the focus of its sensory superstructure to scan the four-dimensional process entity in its midst. It sees him, inside out, from birth to death, leafing through him for a shape to dress in. He glimpses a child's drawing of the devil come to life, Cthulhu, frothing with chaotic energy. The sepsis selects its form for manifestation. I'll deal with it. Ornithocracy, mother without boundaries, who nourishes Ephemti, the angel of pleasure, and Iokyo, angel of greed, Nanatopini, angel of pain, and lastly Blauman, angel of fear, these and their 360 abortions. The brotherhood of the scourge and rubber hoods, eyes and lips stapled shut, dukes of the first trench. A sacrifice. A sacrifice might seal the abscess, he's thinking, and the thoughts scream and tear one another apart. A dreadful crown is set in place, cracking open his head. The horrors multiply with mathematical precision. The imbecile Pope on his jeweled commode, voiding shit in gold coins, mumbling idiot phrases, jingles, pointless statistics. A sacrifice. Towering behind him, one of the 9 corrupt Buddhas, obese and senile, his brain rotted like a tooth by the sweet, unending bliss of false enlightenment. The Buddha masturbates like a monkey in a cage. Lacerating voices of the scalpel choir, worm-eaten, leather-bound Bible spirits, maimed women in white Marilyn Monroe dresses with false eyelashes stitched along bare, bleeding forearms. It needs a sacrifice, the only thing he has to give. The banal horror movie host gathers to shrill and gibber. It almost sounds like words if you listen hard enough. One word. Himself. Dane, return.
Where am I? Why'd you bring us back? I was happy there. What are you? Are you Jesus?
The lost one, your adversary, cannot be defeated at this stage. But entering the local grid has made it real. Being real, it is now vulnerable to time and to process. When you knew everything, you knew this secret. I am not the God of your fathers. I am the hidden stone and break all hearts. Break open your heart. Come from below. Rise unto the heights. Descend again with knowledge. You must return below.
Is that you, Jesus? Fucking hell, man.
The archons of this aeon come before you. They seal you with this seal, but you may say their names, and they must withdraw. Remember. Only remember. Of course, this apocalypse in miniature, this tiny Armageddon, needs a tiny Redeemer, a little Christ to harrow hell, getting so hard to think coherently. For 9 years he's lived as Brian Malcolm. Now it's time the teacher died for all our sins. This Parker pen 5A bought him after the hires in 1988. His union card and house keys, his driver's license, credit cards, everything that made Brian Malcolm real in the world is sacrificed to the abscess. The pure soul of a man who only lived 9 years is signed, sealed, and sold for power. The use of power. The correct use of power. Harder and harder to think. Christ, hit her as hard as you can to implant a sigil to make her drop her armor. No, God damn you, you... Fanny, now!
Fuck you, bitch!
Come on, come on. Come on, that's it. I'm here. Come on, I'm... Nah! Nah! Write something, Fanny. Anything she reads, she'll see it as real. Write something. Right? What do I look like, darling? Barbara Cartland? I don't have anything to write with. Zalalet'll make this work. Make this... Look! Look who's here to see you! Look here!
World's greatest dad.
Daddy?
Come out of the circle. I was getting out anyway. Getting out now. You're not going to get in my way. You will not pass except to come with us to the House of Tears. That's what they call you, is it? King of all tears or something? What's that about? We weep for the end of this aeon, our world, all that you I made. King of all tears. Come out of the circle. That's not your real name, though, is it? When you booted me up into heaven or whatever it was, I knew everything, right? I wasn't supposed to remember anything, but I did. I remembered one fucking thing. Your name, dickhead. I know your fucking name. The king observes. 5-dimensional lenses flow and interlock. Mold forms analyze the conceptual space around the boy's word sculptures and identify a positive intent. Elsewhere, the king's nun is already compromised. Probability fronts are becoming disagreeable. The king examines the facts, decides, and rotates the supersphere to access a new point of entry. He selects a stress window and moves to attack his enemies in their future. In a wailing rain of colored cubes, the king withdraws. Fucking hell. And Ragged Robin examines the key to the structure and meaning of the universe in the form of a miraculous photograph, while Brian Malcolm, antibiotic, cleanses the wound in the wall of the world by the power of his sacred death. Right on cue, reality's own pre-programmed immune systems kick in, drawing on the power of the sacrifice to scour away the infection which threatens the integrity of the local agreed rules. The wound begins to seal, puckering into higher dimensional spaces, folding backwards, mathematical. The purging of these doorways often results in a characteristic scar on reality, an anomaly, a haunting, a cold spot, an object that cannot be seen clearly or handled. And the sickness leaves through the soles of its feet, like sulfur and treacle, and all of it comes to an end. Which leaves, apart from who he's going to be now that Brian Malcolm's dead, only one question. Who is telling this, and to whom? Try to remember. I know. You stay there on my shoulder and they won't hurt you. These alarming creatures have no objective validity except for the objective validity to bite your ass off of you. Well. Somebody just pulled the plug on Dante's Inferno. Hollywood style. Hi, Jim. Fanny, yo. Guess there was no need for the cavalry after all. He's dying. King Mob, he's dying in my arms. What are we going to do? He's dying. No. Only one for death today. That's how it goes. Get him out. Both of you have to be out of here. All right. I got work to do. What's happening here? Who all these prayers for? The man in the black hat, maybe? Who's there? I've done such terrible things. I let them do terrible things to me. It's so horrible, Daddy. There's brightness behind brightness. Naked minds. Orgies. There are angels with skin that cuts like a razor. Stainless steel altars and dripping taps. Daddy, it's so scary where I am. Terrible things. What have I done? Daddy. Your daddy died a long time ago, little sister. I'm here now. Come to Papa. Wah! Jesus, what's that? It's Jim Crow. Death-matted voodoo shit. Jesus, what about King Mob? Can we do something for him? Do we have to get him to a doctor? A doctor? If we don't do something right now, you could forget the doctor and call an undertaker. Look at him. There must be something we can do. That's so weird. I've done this before. I can fix him. Jack, he's dying. He'd probably much rather drink water than saliva. Let the boy help if he can. They ain't gonna be the first weird, fucked up things happen today, let's face it. How can he do that? Is that what I think it is? Fresh out of the well, the mirrored fantastique. It's a magic mirror. Mother of God. Fucking shut up, will ya? I'm trying to concentrate, alright? It's alright, man, hang on. I can do it. I know I can fucking do it, man. I can really do it. It's dead easy, ones and nothings. Robots, like what Tom said.
Fuck, my legs going to sleep. Come on. Get those fucking lungs going. Come on. Get off your arse and help us here. Take a nice big... Christ. I'm breathing. I fixed you. I said, didn't I? I don't believe this. I can breathe. The bullet hole's gone. Christ, you're alright. Fuck off. I fixed you up, alright? I don't want to fucking shag you. I don't want to talk about it. This has been a bastard of a day, don't you think? What about the room? Some miles? I dealt with him. I tore his aura away. He won't survive long without it. Every etheric parasite from here to the abominable plateau of Lang should be sniffing him out by now. You're twitchy. I'm jumping with endorphins. I've been handing my life back thanks to Dane. I was right on the verge of death. Now I feel like I'm taking speed and I cannot shut up. Kid's got some powerful shit at his command. He is the one y'all been talking about, right? Hey, little present for you, man. There's your fucking aura, whatever it is. That's it back, alright? Putting it back for you. Nobody knows that I am. I think I can get you people out of the country as part of my tour staff if that's amenable. Fine by me, I'll carry the drums. I could do with a bit of cable TV. You're looking well, Dane. I'm just getting ready to leave. Yeah? Where we going then? Land of the free, partner. Home of the brave. Continued in Volume 2, Black Science. In the beginning. You want to know how it started? Well, 9,000 years ago, the entire universe was created by Ormzad, the Wise Lord. 3,000 years later, the destructive spirit, also known as Ahriman, entered the creation to inflict suffering and death on its inhabitants. But when Ahriman and his dark forces tried to leave the universe after doing their dirty work, they realized they'd been tricked. The whole creation was nothing but a cage designed by Ormzad to trap the forces of evil where he could destroy them. That's when the battle started.
Division X has been reinstated to everyone's surprise. Think of them like a 70s-era British X-Files. They're paranormal investigators from the past, long since dishonored and out of favor with the bosses. Meet the new, the old, the only, Mr. Six, and a half dozen of the other. Following intuitions, interrogations, and clues, Division X has uncovered a plot involving the Royals. One of their informants warns them that a group called the Invisibles are going to destroy the world. He gives up his boss, Mr. Quimper, who runs some underground clubs.
Bloody hell, Governor. This used to be easy. Remember we used to just get in a car, sort out some unconvincing ghosts, then get pissed and chase birds all night? Who are the bloody Invisibles, anyway? It's a secret occult conspiracy dedicated to destroying the world by opening gates onto, I don't know, Armageddon, Return of the Great Old Ones, the Hopi Fifth World, Ragnarok, you name it. Either that, or they're the ones out to stop it happening. No one knows who they are. Perhaps you're one of them, George. Perhaps we all are. Marvelous. So where are my secret brothers and sisters? Whose bloody round is it?
They're invisible, Jack. You wouldn't know them even if they were sitting right in front of you drinking a ludicrous cocktail. That's the whole idea. And it's your round.
Gentlemen, you wanted to speak?
Mr. Quimper?
Quimper, yes. Please excuse my mask. Bad burns, you see. Horrible. My office?
You wait here, George.
This way, gentlemen.
Apparently you're in show business, Mr. Quimper. Motion pictures, I believe.
I have been known to make short films for a specialized clientele. Connoisseurs. Nothing to be ashamed of. There was a mirror, yes. One particular scene demanded its use. I got rid of it after. Mirrors, you understand. I'm not fond of them.
Why do I get the feeling you know more than you're telling us, Mr. Quimper?
Don't I have an honest face? Ha, ha.
Mind if I sit down here? Suit yourself, love. Bloody hell, you're a bit previous, aren't you? Those are my balls you got to hand on, love. Hope you got training.
It's not my hand. It's a tape. You got to help us. It's one of the films he's been making. They've got a flying saucer from Scotland. God's honor. I'm not making it up. They're making films. They're making the girls do it with aliens. Tracy from in here was half mad when they found her. She kept talking in this horrible little baby voice about the hospital lights and the coats with blood on them. White rubber coats, she said, with nobody in them. And the flying toys. She said there was...
Denise, not that one. Not him. He's a policeman.
Move that direction, George. We're leaving.
Special branch bastards. We're onto something. We had it right in our hand, and those bastards just walk in and take it away.
They was having a right good laugh now. I'll bet they are. Gave them my Father Ted tape. Here's a nice choice of viewing for us. Hope it lives up to the blurb on the poster. I used to envy those bats up in Vice, getting to watch this stuff all the time. Dirty buggers.
Just imagine the ultimate predator, the ultimate deceiver, the ultimate camouflage.
What? This is more like it.
A predator which has disguised itself as the entire universe. It's all around us, breathing, waiting, hiding in everything.
Shut it, George.
Imagine the moment when it strikes. Imagine the dread and the terror of that moment when it drops its disguise. That moment when all that we see and know begins to change, and the beast is revealed in its awful nakedness.
It's a bit weird, this, but it's alright so far. Look, they got that bird on to look like Princess Di.
Bride of the beast, see the 5 suns in his mirror. Your husband is here to make you his princess.
Yeah!
Freeze the frame. My God, look.
I think I've lost that erection now, Gov.
The whole creation was nothing but a cage devised by Ormzod to trap the forces of evil where he could destroy them. That's when the battle started. Ormzod, creating the first trap, created the concept of restriction. The forces of Ahriman struggled for liberation. Which side are you on? Do you know?
Midget Scott, Governor.
Where will you be standing on the day of the coronation when the gates come crashing down?
Where's he going? Your boss. You're wasting time, Jack. It's not her. She's being remote controlled. Nice trick, Mr. Quimper.
Doesn't matter whether the battle is black against white, good against evil, is against isn't.
What matters is that we are winning the Great War. It is the end for your kind. All you ever had was luck. And now your luck has run out.
I rather think not. Black 23.
What?
What?
The roulette wheel's still spinning.
There is an envelope on the roulette table. In it you will find the name of the man who took the mirror from my hands. The trail ends here. You'll see. Cut.
Well, gentlemen, seems we are still in the game.
Well, what's it say? Christ. Sir Miles Delacourt. Oh my God.
Christ, we've had it. He's untouchable. This goes right to the top.
Then, gentlemen, so must we. So must we.
It's somewhat odd the Division X is set up here at the end of Volume 1, as we won't see them again until the start of Volume 3, but we will see Quimper in Volume 2, so perhaps that's why. Volume 2 begins with Black Science. The Invisibles hit America in widescreen fashion and invade Area 51, discovering the secret recovered from the Roswell crash, which was not aliens as you may have heard, but something altogether more alien that doesn't belong here. Then the story focuses on Robin in Time Machine Go, and we'll learn why she came back from the future and why she has to return, and we'll see the team have to find and get a time suit working. King Mob will also astrally time travel back to meet a young Edith and Tom in 1924, and we'll see Edith's team operating in that time. King Mob must learn from them how to use the Hand of Glory, a very powerful artifact they obtained. And finally, we'll get the real story behind an Invisible who is not at all what they seem, but was in fact planted by the enemy to infiltrate the Invisibles as a sleeper agent, and must be deprogrammed and given a real choice of who they want to be. Join me next time for Volume 2 of Grant Morrison's The Invisibles.